These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup at the Grand Finals of Worlds 2024.
Of the LCK, of their families, BLG trying to reignite the LPL after they've had 3 years without a Worlds title. And it's 5 games of glory, I hope, as we get into game 1 here. Elk and On looking for Gumayushi. Knight coming in from the side as well. Will land the abscond, abduct. Gumayushi still holding on to that flash. Crash down, locks him up. He flashes the ignite, sticking, and BLG strike first.
What a sneaky move there. Knight on the Sylas able to slip over and get behind the red buff. You know, it's one of the big things with T1 heading into this tournament. His lane phase was not great in the LCK.
Zace has to flash away. Shun looks for more, and BLG have found 2.
BLG's able to find it on the top side of the map. Carry Elk right behind him. They're looking to contest this objective, but Carrier looking to match in the mid lane.
It's going to be 5 players on the top side for both teams right now, as we do see Owner starting up the grubs. Might just look for a smite on 1 here to delay the full stack. The Carrier caught out, though, does still have the flash and the ignite. Locked against the wall for now, trying to get away. The Unbreakable is not exactly that. On secures the kill. T1 did manage to sneak away a grub, but BLG will happily accept 2.
Such a smart call from BLG, from Shun and On, to go for the engage on the fight, while T1 are split, going for the objectives, as well as trying to rotate from mid.
The idea there from T1, because they had a nice stacked wave in mid lane. Oh, Knight going for a bit of a trade. Has his AD carry behind him.
Nice juke.
Faker unbinds his soul, dodges away from the abscond. Abduct Owner coming in from the side as well, but it looks like BLG just want the pressure in mid. They're looking towards the top side, though.
Falling short in game 1. And here in game 1, it feels like that you'd expect them to have the pressure with the reigning world champions T1 on the other side of the stage, with the audience in favor of T1, but they've come out and they are playing just like they often do. Playing well in the early game, playing off the advantage they have with their laners, and they're converting it into the first dragon of the game.
Straight from even champion selects, and you see the smiles on their faces, the confidence there. They're looking aggressive in their level 1.
BLG get everything they want. They force the enemy jungler away, and they can turn their attentions to the grubs.
T1 decision right now, do they just let Faker farm turret play?
Oh! It's Guma! It's at the Baron pit! I know it's the grubs right now, but he always manages to steal it.
Whether it's a Varus or a Caitlyn, Guma's got the skill shots to get your objectives.
Beautifully done by Gumayushi. Able to get 2 grubs at the very least for T1, so something, and they get a lot of plates both in bot and mid, so collecting a bit of standing gold that's hovering around the map right now. Little that BLG can really do to contest. Instead, they're committing towards the top side, all collapse onto him. They tried to stagger that CC as well to keep him locked down as long as possible. Zeus should be fine.
He's going up towards Mega as well. He can trade in. TP coming in. T1 have the advantage. The Nav into the wall. On has no flash and only 200 HP to work with. Now that's nothing. Sent back to the fountain. Bait sealed. Out down. T1 find their first 2 kills of the finals.
It's just going to be the trade. Dragon for Herald, no problem. But I will say, Knight staying on this outer turret and getting the outer turret gold himself. Again, more money funneled into this Sylas. The Sylas that does scale so well.
Yeah, notice that, again, it kind of, while T1 did find that TP play, now they're behind in terms of TP. The arrow connects mid.
Zeus able to walk away for now. Shadowing Strike will get the stun. The Magnus Storm coming in as well as BLG look to collapse. Already they've locked up T1 in the middle of the meat grinder, and 1 has gone down. Zeus falls. Baker getting chased out as well, and Bin's flashing forward. Baker will manage to dash across towards the red pit, but Gumayushi does not have that same luxury. BLG find 3, all of them sitting on Elk.
A triple kill for the AD carry of BLG. A nice arrow to set up the whole play. T1 saw an angle to secure that mid tower and immediately get punished.
And BLG are so quick with it. Elk's arrow snipes him right out of the air after the 2 kills, with the Herald immediately turn it into gold. Liquid gold here for BLG. They shoot ahead on the map.
So many
3
structures
towers out of it as well. Yes, so much gold goes into their pockets. 4.5k the lead now for BLG.
Man, ulti comes through from On with the follow-up as T1's forced to retreat.
And now the Impale's going to land on Carrier as well, and he has no place to get out of this. Nowhere to go apart from back to the fountain in a body bag. BLG now 7-2 up.
The undisputed best team in the LPL, coming out firing on all cylinders. They are not giving T1 a moment to regroup at all. Faker now even Even under attack, he's slowed in the pit.
The TP is coming behind here as they look to try and turn this play around. Bin trying to get the damage down onto Faker. He'll hit him with the harpoons. Faker dodges away with the Q3 and manages to live through the Leandries. T1 finds some semblance of hope in the bottom side, but BLG are not stopping their advance on top. Owner locked up with a Glacial Prison, and he's sent packing. BLG are ripping this map to shreds.
It is often a play that Faker, teams have tried to collapse on him on a side lane, and it's resulted in their demise, their doom, the overchase of that star mid laner, but BLG don't care. They're keeping pressure on the top side. T1 members collapsed on the bot, but it cost them greatly as they lose 2 towers top.
And we're only 18 minutes into the game, and BLG have already opened the doorway into the T1 base.
Ow!
Oh!
The shot comes in, then the arrow. That is sublime from Elk. He's 5-1 now. And it's just such a dominant performance from BLG. T1 trying to get anything they can on the other side of the map. But look at that explosion in terms of gold advantage for BLG past the 15-minute mark.
This bot wave, and this is going to be an uncontested dragon. BLG with a strong start to game 1. And while this game definitely isn't over, BLG have all the tools to secure the first game of this series.
And coming into this series, we need to remind you again.
But they're definitely going to try. Betty Carrier is the one to face check that mid lane bush. Shun still tanking up the Baron. It's at 9,000. Knight with the flank position. Glacial Prison hits! And Guma is down. BLG use the Baron as a bait and immediately kill off the enemy AD carry.
T1, they don't expect it. Now without Guma, they try and fight them.
So On was spotted as he walked towards that razor beak pit. The Baron down to 2,000. Knight on the front line. Owner trying to get in. Base Shield goes in as well with the Magnet Storms already locked up 2 members of T1. The Impale grabs 3 and they're burned to a crisp in the river. The arrow has to be flashed away by Zeus, but BLG are taking everything and giving T1 nothing.
I mean, they're knocking down the inhibitor towers, the Baron buff BLG. The respawn time is still about 10 seconds. They're going to respect it, they're going to back away, but the damage has been done to the base of T1. And Knight is just, he's spectacular.
Faker's trying to get away from Knight, but the Knight wants the throne! And Faker's been pushed off it. BLG are on fine form today, and T1 just can't keep up.
The golden left hand of the LPL strikes down the GOAT in the side lane, and BLG will collect their 3rd dragon. They might collect the entire base before we see the 4th.
Knight has had an incredible tournament, and he's not going to slow down here in the finals. BLG have steamrolled T1 here in game 1. They're looking for another inhibitor, and they're looking for the game.
Guma, Yushi, Owner, and Kerry are trying to defend the arrow once again from Elk. It hits Guma! He's got flash, but he's still stunned up. The Impale comes out, and Guma falls under his own Nexus towers. T1 still trying to defend. Zeus doing everything he can to keep Knight away. But BLG continue to advance. The first Nexus tower's down. Faker's back up. Trying to find something out of this game, trying to find some defense against BLG, but the oncoming masses are just too damn strong. And now into the wall. Faker's fate is sealed as he dives the backline and dies for it. BLG come out swinging and take game 1.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup at the Grand Finals of Worlds 2024. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.